Yo, what up, YouTube? What's going on? This is Anthony Fallon. Back again. It's been a minute. Tone Setter Sports Channel. And you see the title. We're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys' latest and overview of 2019 season at hand. Um, I'm pretty sure most of you Cowboy followers and fans have been following everyone else. Get down. Get down. Um, with all of the free agent acquisitions and the potential free agents prospects that we may sign, and so far we have signed Randall Cobb. We're trying to get Robert Quinn, potentially try to get Eric Berry maybe, uh, also George Iloka. Um, Uh, Haber, a defensive tackle, we got him. We got rid of Cole Beasley. Yeah, and that's what the whole Randall Cobb is going to replace. If we can get a healthy Randall Cobb, um, Slack, well, that's. I mean, it seemed like Cowboys are going in the direction that I was talking about all last season. Um, Leading up to the season that just passed, the 2018 season, definitely during the all season, before the draft and all that stuff, they're doing exactly like I was saying. Um, they got rid of Cole Beasley, like I mentioned. That was my last video with the roster cuts or whatnot. And of course, we lost Randy Gregory. That was another thing. We got to sign D Law. And I don't know why they keep hyping up this Dak. They still trying to hype up this Dak Prescott signing. I mean, yes, you want to sign him early, just like We should have did D Law early, maybe the year before the contract was actually up, but he's on franchise, and I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But he has to be signed. I mean, seriously, he's the anchor of that defensive line, to be honest with you. And if they do get Robert Quinn, it will be a slight upgrade because of the experience. So, so yeah, that'll definitely make a difference. But he's a good run stopper. I mean, his sack production has dwindled over the years, but he can stuff the run. Uh, like I say, gameplay experience will come into hand with the play recognition and a gap integrity and just following his assignments. What he's supposed to do per play. So that I think that'll be good, but I still think we need to look for. I don't know. I said Taco will be this year will be Taco's coming out year. He only had 4 sacks last year. you know. So if Taco's really serious about getting paid and just wanted to be on the field, then he will do what he must do to get better. But I'm predicting that this will be Taco Charlton's breakout season. Breakout. I don't know if he's gonna get 10 sacks or anything like that. But what I am saying, is that though, again, a terrorist. Anyway, what I am saying for Taco is that we're going to see progression, uh, stopping the run a little better. Getting pressure on QB that will accumulate into sacks. Just doing what he's supposed to do and doing it at a higher level. And from this seat going into this season and on, we're going to see him grow. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just takes a while for others, to really show their potential. And I don't think the Cowboys going to give up on him, even though he could be good trade bait. To be honest with you, I thought about that with the whole Quinn situation. Is that they might ask for Taco, or in a trade, would we do that? Because there are a lot of defensive linemen coming out. Oh, in the draft wise, sleeper, small school, 300 pounds, runs a 4.840, 9.3, uh, uh, 9.3 broad jump, and I forgot what it was on the vertical, but his name is Ronald. Oh gosh, I forgot his name already, but I know his first name is Ronald. I would have to go back and look at it, but he's from a small school in Texas. I forgot which Texas, which one it is, but he had a hell of a pro day. He had a hell of a pro day, and I think we're gonna have to take a look at that. Just off the sheer measurables and athleticism, and they consider him might be a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? A small school stud that someone may pick up, and that could be for us. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Uh, according to what he have as a skill set and what can be groomed or developed even more, you know. And we know Marinelli is going to be good with that. So that's his thing. One thing I can say about Marinelli since he's been on the team, um, along with the scouting department, has been a gym, and has been a gym for the last few years for the Cowboys. And by giving by drafting the players that Marinelli need for the cover two defense, and that's pretty much man on man beating your man. There's no hiding it. But a stud like that guy could be tremendous. Maybe it might be something tremendous. He could be one of those special players because you notice a lot of guys that come from small schools. Man, they just on a whole different level. And I say that in particular, like wide receivers. Like look at some of the wide receivers uh, that has came through from smaller schools, like To, like Jerry Rice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you go along that lines, or they was drafted late in the round, they might have went to a bigger name school, but they was drafted late. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't even know if you would consider Marshall a small school. I don't think so, but it's definitely not on the level of a Texas or nothing like that. When you talk about Randy Moss, so, but he went to Miami first, so uh, everybody know he was talented. Okay, I kind of got off track there, because it just ran across my mind about the draft and draft prospects, and there are some pretty good safeties out there, strong safeties that we can go for. We got Adderley, we got Rapp. Um, they are the two main ones. I'm going to get into some more of the safeties that I truly like as we get closer to the draft. I'm going to be making some more videos because this is my time of the year. Um, just looking at these draft prospects, but I think most holes are filled except that safety spot. Now Jeff Heath, he's solid, he's solid, and to agree with what's the brother name, Law Nation, I think he is right. I think he is on point when he said that Jeff is more suited for the free safety, and you can put him at backup free safety. You know what I'm saying, or put him in when it's time for us to cover it, and he still play the uh, the strong safety position, but only in past situations. Because he's not good playing in the box. Uh, but one thing that we always have had through the years, through our years, especially our glory days, was a strong safety, monster defensive line, and we had a strong linebacking core. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we always had that strong that heart that head hunter type strong safety. Now let's get to this part. Is because we just can't get the prototypical free safety, because last one we did have was Barry Church, and he was pretty smart. I thought Barry Church, we could have kept Barry Church or Wilcox. It was one or the other, because they both was primarily like the same type of player, but even though different sizes, But Barry Church was like 6'3", 220, somewhere in that range, and he could hit. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have much range in passing coverage, but he did make plays time to time. Uh, and then you think about, we had Roy Williams, we had Woodson. You know what I'm saying? We had those dominant strong safeties in the backfield. That would clean your clock if you come across the middle. So I think right now, in today's time, the kind of strong safety we need is a hybrid. We need like a Jabril Peppers, that could both play run and pass, that has good range, good size, good speed, and an attitude. Yeah, I said it. A tenacious attitude. But play smart though. But play smart. Knows how to play his position well. We need to. That's what we need to find in the draft. Even if we get Eric Berry or Ialoka, you know what I'm saying, or just not go there at all and keep Heath, because Frazier is more of that type. He's more in the box, type of safety, not good in coverage. But the way the game is played these days, man, you need a a a safety that can do both. Yeah. Or not. Now, how about this? you know, or find a cornerback, a oversized cornerback, a big cornerback that is very aggressive and don't mind tackling. You know what I'm saying? That's a good wrap up tackler. He just might be better off, and we could put him in that spot, but he has the range, to cover, and he can work on that. That's somebody that we can groom. You know what I'm saying? But over 3 years or whatnot, if we do get one of these more seasoned safeties, but definitely hybrid, and he could be in that 6'1", 6'2" range, 214. If he's 220, even better, but has the hip flexibility and has the range to cover the damn field. You know what I'm saying? Along with Woods. So I think that'll be awesome. Now, some of your Cowboy fans may not like this, but I think we could have done without Jason Witten, because that takes a roster spot of someone else that could be on the rise, in our farm system. It could be anybody. It don't have to. I'm not saying it's another tight end. It could be anybody on defense, offense, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that is just taking another roster spot. And so what you're going to do with Gathers and Schultz, and you're just going to keep Blake, Baldwin, Connor, yeah, Swain, Jarwin, and Witten. Witten's going to be third string, or just and they're going to have sub packages for him to be an inline blocker and possession guy. And we all know why Witten came back. It is not because of the booth, maybe partially, okay, but that was just his first year. So, you know, but they threw him to the wolves by putting him on prime time, anyway, and he was not seasoned. Had got his feet wet. So, but he's chasing that ring. He saw where the boys went to, this year, and he just wanted to come back. Simple as that. And I mean, I have nothing against it, but I'm just saying, you just took a roster spot for some more young potential talent. I know that he's seasoned, he's reliable, and all of that. But I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. There's nothing towards Witten at all. That's the only reason why I'm saying that is because of the roster spot. It just takes up another roster spot when you was gone. You know, of course we don't know about. I haven't heard anything about Sean Lee. I guess he's a free agent and turns um, and turns Newman. Is it Turns? I mean Turns Williams. Oh wow, I'm going way back. Turns Williams. I don't know. I guess he's a free agent too. Um, But that Cole Beasley, letting Cole Beasley go, I'm glad he got his money, man. You did your thing. You made a name for yourself in the league for you to get that pay, and I'm more happy for you. Well, yes, but I'm trying to tell y'all right now because I'm about to go into an overview, and this is where I'm going to start it off at. Uh, if Randall Cobb is healthy, we don't need him to be we just need him to be productive. We're not asking him to be a number one receiver. Just be productive. We're gonna put you in the slot. We're gonna put you outside, but also Gallup and Cooper are gonna be. It's gonna be a full. It's gonna be a rotation. You can line them up anywhere now. You know what I'm saying? With that's what a deep threat like Cobb can do for an offense. You put him in the slot because he has that punt return make you miss. He's quick, he's fast, and he's quick. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, that is an upgrade compared to Beasley. He can only play. Slot is his only spot. Slot receivers are becoming distinct. Seriously. So deep threat. I'm going off a term like they got on Madden. If you played Madden 2019, I'll just say when they don't they have the deep threats. They're all like 5'9", 180, 170. You know what I'm saying? But they're fast. They don't have a lot of athleticism, but they're fast and agile. As far as like jumping and stuff. Like I'm just going off the attributes off of Madden. Okay. But that's the same thing as Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley is not the fastest, but he's shifty. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got Randall Cobb versus Randall Cobb. He's fast. He has long speed, deep threat speed, but he's also shifty. And that's the way you build your team, because now you put all that speed out there, um, along with good route running with good catch radius. Now we're in business, because that's what I was saying about that, and going about the whole Jason Witten thing a few seconds ago. I talked about is that Jarwin and Swaim are much faster. They're more they just got to work on their catching. You know what I'm saying? They just got to know how to get open, run routes. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and with Witten being there, he's gonna take away some of that time that these guys will get if they as long as they stay healthy. And we saw what Jarwin can do. You know what I'm saying? I know he had lightning in the bottle against that. He called lightning in the bottle in that Giants game. So, but that just shows you the flash, like what put other potential, how he could potentially be if given the time. You know what I'm saying? To get acclimated and to refine his game with game experience. So, and that's what a lot of these guys really need. So let's go further into this overview of and this overview forecast for 2019. Of course, well, we just rectified the slot position if we have a healthy Randall Cobb. But I also thought Terrence Williams could have played the slot too. To be honest with you, he wouldn't have been. He's not a bad deal. He's not as elusive as Cobb or Beasley, but he has good hands. He has solid speed. You know what I'm saying? And he can run routes. So That's what I had for Terrence Williams. So we got the safety, we got the slot. I talked about the slot, the potential of defensive end. We go definitely have to keep beefing up our defensive line. It's kind of upsetting that we don't have a first round pick because those stud DTs, they all going in the top 20. They going all going in the top 20, and nobody's gonna give that up because it's nothing like having a run stopper. If you can find an Aaron Donald type, you know what I'm saying. Look at what Washington did when they got the two boys from Alabama and shit like that. They drafted um, studs, man. And that's what we need. We just need to we have to be faster on offense, along with good play calling. So, what I do see is that a team that's really not in need severely of a position, you know, another position that we can't overlook is backup left tackle. I mean, unless we're gonna keep Corey Fleming, he's gonna be the swing. I don't know what they're gonna do with Connor Williams, but still, my thing is, um, Collins need to go back to left tackle. I mean, left guard, and then we just need to. If Fleming is the better right tackle, then let Fleming be the better right tackle, and let Williams be the swing guy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so that's it. But we are really on the cusp of putting together a solid team through the draft. If we they've been doing their diligent scouting the free agents that are out there, and now, but also they've been very consistent, showing some consistency on drafting some very good players. And now we can just draft anything. We can draft the best player for real that's available, and just plug in spots because the strong safety position can be plugged in, can be upgraded with some good potential. Um, the right outside linebacker, it's solid, you know what I'm saying, or adequate. It's adequate to solid, um, but it could be upgraded a little bit. Um, Definitely on the line could be upgraded a little bit. I thought that we should have traded Tyrone Crawford. I'm not worried about his incident that just recently happened, but I said this on my last video. Why? Because of trade, maybe potential trade value. Because really, Crawford he's too big for an end. He doesn't have the agility and athleticism for an end, but and he's too small, undersized for a defensive tackle. So therefore, he's more fitted for a 3-4 defensive end. He can fit in a 3-4 scheme on the end, right or left, perfectly. That'll be more for him, not the 4-3. And I think they're doing him a disservice by at least putting him in a better situation. I mean, if you really care about the player, now he's a very solid player, and he's played hard for us. I know he's like a captain or whatnot because he's like the one of the OGs on the team, you know. Now and you got Witten back as well. So yeah, that's the thing. But but like I said, man, all we gotta do is draft. We don't have to draft for need. We could just draft to bolster our roster and potential. That could be some good trade bait players coming down the road in the next 2 to 3 years. We groom them up, let them showcase their talent. Where they are. Since coming into the league to where they are. 2 to 3 years down the road, and yeah, and we either they will be traded or they will be replacing someone that has been there a little longer. You know what I'm saying? on the team. But this is the state of the Cowboys right now. Seriously, seriously, these guys are right there. Now the thing is that as we draft more talent, what can Garrett do? Is Garrett really in the way? I remember watching a clip a few weeks ago, and and I think it was Eric Dickerson maybe. He was on Shannon Skip. Now, don't quote. I mean, I could be wrong, but I know it was somebody that said it. Said it was at the combine, and they said that this team is super. That Cowboys are super talented, but they won't get over the hump because of Garrett. Now, this is not about Garrett, but I'm just repeating what I heard. Um, I don't care what Garrett, what I mean, I do care what Garrett does do, whatnot, and what he can do. I never had much in stock in him anyway, because I am I've been an advocate fan of like, yo, just finding somebody else, you know. But at the same time, this is where things get a little, the lines get a little blurred. Is keeping Garrett, provides stability for Prescott. Now, if I was Garrett, like I said before, what talent has he? Why nobody on the offense has really merged since he's been head coach? He has not groomed any talent offensively, and particularly quarterback is the position you play. So that should be first and foremost. Is that make sure that your quarterback is informed in detail about the position and how to play the position and how to play the position within his offensive scheme. So yeah. So yeah, going forward, man, I think the Cowboys are going to be pretty solid. Now we do have to see how things unfold um, through the rest of free agency, through the draft, and who are we going to get our offensive line? Is it going to be healthy? I'm talking about you, Travis Frederick. Hopefully you do come back, bro. What I'm saying, we miss you out there. Um, and we'll see how they will amass some of this young talent that they're gonna have to be able to display on the field because we're not far away. I think Dak is definitely is gonna take charge. I think this is Dak's breakout year too. To be honest with you, this is make or break for Dak. People like saying try to do the thing last year. There you go. Pissing up shit. Did you miss it? I think you missed it a little bit.